Namaste, coders. Welcome to Code Trade Academy. Today, we're going to talk about something that's really exciting: REST APIs. You know how we can connect our phones to the internet and access a plethora of information? Well, REST APIs are the backbone of that connectivity. They enable different applications to talk to each other, exchange data, and provide a seamless user experience. It's like a messenger who helps different systems communicate with each other. And that's what makes it so powerful. So, let's start with the basics. What is a REST API? REST stands for Representational State of Resource, and it's an architectural style for designing networked applications. It's based on the idea of resources, which are identified by URIs, and can be manipulated using a fixed set of operations. Think of it like a restaurant. You can order food, and the waiter will bring it to you. In REST APIs, the food is the resource, and the waiter is the API. You can use HTTP methods like GET, POST, PUT. Now, let's dive deeper into the world of REST APIs. One of the key concepts is the idea of statelessness. What does that mean? It means that the server doesn't store any information about the client's state. Each request from the client contains all the information necessary to complete the request. It's like a fresh start every time. Another important concept is caching. Caching allows the client to store frequently used data locally, which reduces the number of requests made to the server. Now, let's see a real example of how REST APIs work. Let's say we're building a simple to-do list app, and we want to add a new task. We can use a REST API to create a new task resource. Here's an example of how we can do it using Python and the Flask framework. Backquote from Flask: import Flask request JSONify app equals Flask __ name __ at app.root tasks methods equals post def create task equals title request JSON title description request JSON description closing curly bracket return JSONify task app. Now, let's talk about some pro tips for using REST APIs. One of the most important things is to use meaningful resource names. Instead of using generic names like data, use specific names like users or tasks. Another tip is to use HTTP status codes correctly. For example, use 201 created for successful creation of a resource, and 404 not found for resources that don't exist. Here's an example of how we can use HTTP status codes in our to-do list app. Backquote from Flask: import Flask request JS. And that's it, folks. I hope you learned something new about REST APIs today. Remember, REST APIs are all about connecting different applications and systems, and enabling them to communicate with each other seamlessly. It's a powerful tool that can help you build scalable, maintainable, and efficient software systems. So, go ahead and start exploring the world of REST APIs. You never know what amazing things you might build. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.